Hello, it's time for some slow flow on the mat. So I'm thinking let's just dive right in. Actually, quick announcements before I start. This will be my last morning going live on Facebook. Starting on Sunday, I go. I don't know if there's we. Well, there is we because I've got Chief with me. So we're moving over to Zoom so I can see your faces and interact and watch your alignment, and that would make me feel so much better because I just want to make sure you're doing things safely, and I want to see your faces and all that fun stuff. So a little deeper connection as well. And so starting on Sunday, we'll be moving over to Zoom. Somewhere in the news feed or in the discussion area of this page, Kim Has Yoga, you can get the link to schedule your class. So what you'll do is schedule your class, and whatever class you want, it'll be this pretty much the same exact schedule that I've been doing. And I've got a yoga nidra on Sunday, the slow flow and meditation on Tuesday and Friday mornings, and then a stretch yourself mind and body, which incorporates some mudra and some mantra, a little bit more meditation, and some yin yoga to move the body. So that will be on Thursday nights. So pretty much the same schedule. And so you'll register for it. It is $10, and then you'll get an email immediately confirming your registration, and then you'll get one the day before and one an hour before, I think, with the link to the Zoom meeting. And so it'll be fun to be able to see your faces and not just be looking at a phone screen. So let's go ahead and hop on the mat for some slow flow. Hey Rico, are you going to practice with me today, I hope? Get on that mat, friend. All right, let's do this. So a little bit ago, I posted suggested playlists. So if you want to start that now, that would be great. It's a little bit longer than this practice. It's about 53 minutes, but you can go ahead and just stay in Shavasana until I come back for meditation if you like, or just stay in Shavasana a little bit longer if you want to. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and dive right in, starting at the top of the mat. So just taking a moment to find yourself, to feel yourself in your body. I'm going to take a moment, bring your hands before your heart center, close your eyes, and just breathe into the body. Forgive me, my allergies are horrible this morning. So just using that mind's eye scan through the body, noticing any areas of the body that may need some special attention this morning. Any areas that may be tense. And then bring your attention to your breath. So allow the breath to begin to move the body, even as we just stand here. Feel the breath moving the body. Feel the expansion with the inhales and the release with the exhales. Feel the tail anchoring to the earth, the crown reaching upwards. Eyes are closed, you can gently open your eyes, and let's take a nice deep inhale, reaching those arms up overhead, soften the knees, exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down, take a nice deep inhale, lengthening here, and as we exhale, we'll step both feet all the way to the back of the mat. And breathing here. Find a little bit of power here in this plank. And then we're going to drop the knees down. Or you can do chaturanga if you've got a strong chaturanga. Otherwise, knees first, chest and chin second. Lower down. Inhale into a baby cobra, a daddy cobra. or upward facing dog. So listen to your body, make this practice about you, and then we exhale all the way home to downward facing dog. Or climbing bird as it is. Breathing here. On your next exhale, let's take both feet back to the front of the mat. Take a deep inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Spread your wings. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Let's go right back into it. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, step both feet back once again. Find that power in the plank. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift and open the heart. Your choice of back bend. Exhale, home to the dog. And breathe here. Let's go ahead and drop the knees down to the floor. Come into child's pose. Stop. Forehead to the floor. Stretching through the shoulders. This is a great place. I call it the break room. So anytime during the practice, if you need to take a break, if you feel like you've lost your breath and you need to catch up with your breath, go ahead and drop into child's pose and just visualize yourself going through the motions as you reconnect with the breath. And let's come all the way back up into downward facing dog. Deep breath in. On the exhale, let's step both feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's bend the knees deep here and bring the arms up. So we're going to relax the shoulders here, anchor the tail down. Find that equal standing in both feet. So you don't want to be rocking on your toes or back of the heel. So you're equal standing in all four corners of the feet. Belly button reaching for the spine. Relaxing the shoulders here. And breathe. And take a deep inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Take a deep inhale here. And again, we're going to step both feet back. Watch out, pumpkin. And lower down. Inhale, lift and open the heart. Exhale, home to the dog. And breathe. Let's take the right foot all the way to the front of the mat. We're going to place that left foot about 45, 60 degrees. Come all the way up to a standing position for warrior one. So we're going to bend that right knee so it's directly over the ankle. Rotate the hips so they're square with the front of the mat. So this is a closed hip rotation posture. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Back hamstring pressing back at the same time that left hip is reaching forward. So we've got this circular motion going on here. Arms come up, shoulders down. You can have your arms together or apart, whatever feels most natural and comfortable for you. And then we just breathe and smile. Again, looking for that equal standing in both feet. We want that foundation to be solid. Breathing here, shoulders over the hips. And release the hands down, open up, warrior two. So we're going to adjust the feet a little bit. Keep my bird from chewing on my mat. Right knee again is directly over that right ankle. And we're going to adjust the hips. Now the hips are facing the side of the mat. So this is an open hip rotation. And we're going to drop that left hip down, bringing the shoulders directly over the hips. Make sure that right knee is still over the ankle, or over the ankle. Sometimes that knee wants to come in, it follows that hip open. So we're squaring up here, dropping the shoulders down. Arms come out. We look out past the tips of those fingers. And we breathe. So just a reminder, it's like all we're doing here is organizing the body into various positions and then breathing. It's just a breathing exercise. Yeah. And a watching. We watch what's happening. What's happening in the body, what's happening with the breath, what's happening with our thoughts and our emotions. Beautiful. Let's bring that right palm face up. Reach back, creating lots of space in the right side of the torso. Chief is chewing on my toes now. And quit nibbling on my toes. So reach back, creating lots of space in the right side of this torso, which we're going to use when we go into our next posture, Trikonasana, or triangle pose. So creating that space, feel that space in the right side of the torso, and then we're gonna come up, adjust the feet if necessary, swing those hips back, keep that space in the right side of the torso as you come down and over that leg. Just paying attention, keeping that space, keeping the hips back. I like to use my hand here, get a kind of hitch in my giddy up here. It helps me to go forward first and then down. So the most important thing in this posture is to remember the length in the sides of the torso, especially that lower side. And then once you're to where you're at, you can extend the arms and breathe here. Keeping that right shoulder relaxed and really focusing on lengthening in the right side of the torso. And bring yourself up. And then we're gonna caterpillar those right toes just a little further away. Bend that right knee again. It goes right over the ankle. We're gonna rest the elbow on the knee. Open up the front of the body, still creating some space in this right side, so we still want to drop that right rib cage down and open up, and the arm comes up and over. Now if there's any other variation to this posture or side angle pose that you would like to take or familiar with and comfortable with, please feel free. Just maintain the integrity of the spine and the knees. Breathing here. And we're going to take that left arm and sweep it in front of the face and allow it to pull us right back up. Good. Warrior 2. And release. And let's bring all 10 toes in so we're slightly pigeon-toed here. I'm seeing a lot of people on here right now. Yay. Unfortunately, I can't see who you are. So before you hop off or at the end of class, hopefully you're doing class with me because as I say, this is not a spectator sport. Please leave me a message and tell me hi, let me know you were there because I see a bunch of stuff up there but I won't be able to tell. So let's go ahead. We've got the toes slightly pigeon-toed here. We're going to rock that pelvic girdle, so we're lengthening through the lower part of the spine, that lumbar part of the spine. Bend the knees deep. So we're prepping ourselves to go into this forward fold with a nice long spine. So moving from the hips, we come all the way down, keeping that spine long from the tail to the crown. And if it's available to you, you can drop your hands to the floor. If that causes you to round the back, just keep your hands on your knees. We want to maintain the integrity of the spine here. So if you need to keep your hands up here, please do that. That's the most important thing. Otherwise, you can drop your hands down and fold here. Just finding your bobblehead, relaxing the neck and head. Keeping the shoulders pulled back. Really bringing the breath into the postures. Inhales, lengthen the spine and prepare the body The exhales allow you to go deeper into the posture. Let's inhale halfway up. Exhale the hands to the hips. And inhale all the way back up with a nice long spine. Good. Now we're going to just switch around facing the back of the mat and do that whole sequence over again. So we're in Warrior One again. So that back foot's about 60 degrees, allowing that right hip to face the front of the mat. So we're in that closed hip rotation posture again. Left knee over the left ankle, right hamstring pressing back while the right hip is reaching forward, giving us that circular motion again. Shoulders are down, heart is open, arms together or apart, whatever feels most natural for you. Lengthening through the spine, inhaling and exhaling. Breathing here, feeling that equal standing, that strong foundation. And releasing out of Warrior One, opening up to Warrior Two. So again, we're going to adjust the feet. The heel of the front should be dissecting the arch of the back foot. Left knee over left ankle, right hip dropped and open. So we're completely facing the side of the mat now. Arms come out to the side. Shoulders relax. And we look out over that battlefield. And we breathe. So in this posture, it seems like we're reaching forward, but in reality, what we want to do is allow the lower half of the body to energetically reach forward, while the upper half is energetically pulling us back, keeping us centered. So we're finding that balance, allowing that energy system to flow freely. And breathing. Left palm comes up, reach back, reverse warrior. And opening again, creating space in the left side of the torso, preparing us for Trikonasana or triangle pose. And we go right into it, adjusting the feet if necessary. And swing the hips back, keeping that space we just created in the left side of the torso. Paying attention to the legs, we want to roll the inner thighs out. So, no. Chief is obsessed with chewing on my mat. We want to keep that space in the left side of the torso. Again, just going down as far as you can while maintaining the integrity of the spine. We still have a nice straight long spine. And then opening up. The heart is reaching upwards. Breathing here, smiling. Relaxing that left shoulder. Making sure the knees are unlocked, so we just activate the legs. And reach up. And if you need to, caterpillar those left toes away. Bend the knee, elbow down, or however you took this posture on the other side. So again, we're dropping the hips, dropping that left rib cage, creating a space in the torso, side angle pose. You got your nose and your armpit looking back past the armpit. And breathing deeply. I also like to call this, do I need a shower pose? Breathing here. And taking that right arm, swing it or roll it around in front, bringing you right back up to Warrior Two. And release. Bringing all 10 toes in, so we're back in the center here. Bend the knees, anchor the tail down, so it's a little pelvic rock there. Fold at the hips, coming all the way down. And again, if you need to keep your hands on your knees, go ahead and do that. Or you can even just bend your knees to get your hands on the floor, because we are going to go into a gentle twist here. So just bend your knees to get your hand. We're going to start with the right hand down directly below the heart. Left hand comes up. Lengthening hanging through the spine. Looking up at that left thumb. If you've got the flexibility and like to take it a little deeper, you can reach that right hand out to the foot, the left foot. And breathe here. And switch sides. However you did it on the other side, do it the same here. And back to center. Rock and roll a little bit. Find your bobblehead. And let's bend those knees. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the heart, or hands to the hips on the exhale. And then inhale, come all the way back up with a nice flat back. All right, let's face forward here. We've got all 10 toes facing straight ahead, both hips facing straight ahead. And we're going to activate that front leg. So we want the legs straight, but not locked. So we just rotate that inner thigh out, finding your foundation. Both hands to the low back, shoulder blades together. Now we're going to bend that left knee down, lifting the heart, finding just a gentle back bend here. What we're doing is, again, creating space in the front side of the body now before we reach forward. So we're going to lift the heart, rainbow that heart out as far as possible, coming down over that right leg. Keep the chin tucked slightly. Breathing here. And release the hands down. See if you can take it a little bit deeper with the support. Good job, pumpkin. Good job. Good job. And then both hands down. Find the lunge. We're going to do something fun here. Haven't done this in a while. So find a nice lunge here. Sink that hip down. And we're going to go from this lunge using your hands here. This is kind of a power move, so have fun with it. Doesn't matter what it looks like. I have no idea what it's going to look like with me. All right, sinking that hip down. And we're going to just switch legs. Ha! So feel that nice stretch there. And then we're going to come back up and right back to where we were on the other side. So all 10 toes facing forward. Make sure your feet are at least hip distance apart. All right. Both hips facing forward. Legs are active. Hands on the low back. While that front leg is straight, we're going to bend that back knee, finding the space in the front side of the torso as we come into that gentle back bend. And breathing into the heart, lift that heart, reach that heart all the way out. Coming down with a nice flat back. Tuck the chin slightly. So the legs, again, are straight but active. So the knees are safe. Release the hands down. Sink down into it a little bit deeper. And let's step forward. Bring the big toes together. Heels are about an inch apart. Legs are active, so we want to make sure those knees are slightly bent. And fold forward here. Make sure those heels are a real inch, not a fisherman's inch. Breathing here, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lift the sit bone. See what happens when you pull that belly button in towards the spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling the hands to the hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna see who's on Naomi, Ruby. Hey, Kim, hi. All right, make sure and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. So it's been fun, Kim. This is for you. The last couple of classes, I've had so many cruisers on. It's been so much fun. Anyway, all right. Let's do tree pose, a balancing posture. We haven't been doing this in the mornings, but I've been bringing them back into my practice because we got to keep the balancing up and we got to practice that. So, tree pose. There's three options here. Heel over the ankle, and you've got a kickstand if you need it. Foot on the calf here, or bringing the foot all the way up into the inner thigh. You gotta watch that. So if this is not available to you, just keep the foot down. It doesn't matter, even if the knee's in front, it doesn't matter. What we're doing is really just practicing our balancing. This is something that we're gifted with, and it's one of those things, if you don't use it, you lose it. All right, so for balancing, the rule, the universal rule, where the eyes go, the body follows. So find a focal point to gaze into. You don't want to hold on to it. You don't want to be attached to it. So you're gazing into this focal point, and keeping the eyes steady will keep the body steady. If your eyes are looking around or flipping around, the body is going to be all over the place and you won't have your balance. So balancing is just as much a mental thing as it is a physical thing. Okay? So let's go ahead and bring that right foot up. Again, wherever you're comfortable. Please be conscious of keeping the foot off of the knee. If I could see you, I would say I'll ask you to move it, but I can't see you. This is why we're moving to Zoom next week, so I can watch for safety. And if you've got your foot all the way up into the inner thigh, we're going to bring that hip, that left hip in. You can keep the arms on your hips, here, out to the side, up, wherever you're most comfortable. Breathing here, keeping that gaze steady. Keeping the gaze steady will keep the eyes, or if the eyes are steady, the body will be steady. Right? Do you see how this lesson can be taken off the mat as well? When we have our goals, we want to keep our eyes on the goal. Otherwise, if we're following all these other things, we'll never reach our goal. All right, let's release down. Chief, get off my mat. Get off my mat, bird. All right, so shake it out a little bit, and let's switch sides. Coming into the left foot, bringing it up. And however you did it on the other side, do it the same on this side. So we're going to bring the left foot up. This is the side that I get a little, it's more challenging for me to balance on the right side. Bringing that hip in, so we're hugging the center line and bringing it up. And you may notice that one side is easier to balance on than the other side. Our right side represents our masculine, the assertive energy, the masculine energy, the sun. And our left side is our feminine, the moon. Just relaxing into it. We get to own both the masculine and the feminine, both the sun and the moon that resides within us. And release down. All right, shake it out. How are we doing on time here? Oh, beautiful. All right, let's just go ahead and pop down to a seated position. Not so much flow there. I apologize. I usually really like to flow, but Something's a little different today. All right, so grab your tushy, walk those sit bones back, shoulders right over the hips, pulling those toes back toward the hips. So we're really activating the legs, lifting the heart up. So we don't need to really focus on doing anything with the back. A lot of times when we try to sit up straight, we try to use those back muscles. And it's like, oh, there's so much tension between the shoulder blades. And all we need to do is open and lift the heart. When the heart is open and lifted, the back muscles can all relax, right? Think about that. So just open the heart, activate the legs, finding that nice, long, energetic spine that comes all the way up to the crown. And bring the breath into the heart center. Letting the shoulders relax back and down. You can kind of shake them out a little bit. Inhaling. Just noticing any areas that may need to breathe into the face, the hips, anything that feels a little tight right now. And again, bring that breath into the heart center. So on the inhales, you're going to feel that heart lift and open. And now on the exhales, allow the heart to reach forward and up. So we're moving forward like this rather than reaching down, rounding down towards our feet. So we're lifting the heart up and reaching it forward, coming down with a nice integrous spine, keeping the chin just tucked slightly. If you need support here, if it's really hard for you even just to sit up straight, nice and straight, you can use your hands behind you, bring the shoulder blades together and almost push the heart forward, just holding you right here. And if you activate the legs, that's going to give you a really good stretch. Even for me, just sitting right here, I can feel a nice stretch in my hamstrings. If you've got the flexibility, coming forward, inhale, lift the heart, exhale, reach that heart forward, keeping the chin tucked so that spine that's long all the way to the crown. Most important thing here is keeping the legs active, reaching those toes back. You're going to get a much more efficient lengthening in the back of the legs if you keep those legs active. And you keep the spine nice and long and straight. Get a much safer stretch as well. Just begin to, we're reaching that point in the practice. I mean, we do this throughout the practice, but really we can notice it a lot deeper that we really get to settle into the exhales at this point, because the exhales are releasing. We're releasing that tension. Releasing the tension, always releasing. Hi. Hi. And release up. Nicely done. Let's bring the right foot to the inner left thigh. Janushirsasana. So that can be all the way up or down, closer to the knee, whatever feels most comfortable. Again, set yourself up for success. We want that pelvic girdle flat. Activate that extended leg. Same dynamics here. We're keeping that spine nice and long. The only difference is we've added a hip opener. So we're inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, reach that heart forward. And breathing here. So if anybody out there watching this is watching and practicing with their pet, your pet, take a picture when you're done of your pet on your mat with you and post it in the comments. I would love to see who else is practicing with pets. Seems like I've had dogs, cats. My wolf used to crawl and lay underneath me when I was in down dog, and now I've got this crazy bird. I used to have a macaw that would crawl up on me when I was in down dog. Let's reach up. And now we're going to take that right leg and just set the ankle ankle right over the knee. And then we're going to lean back. Are you ready for this? And we're going to bend that left knee. Activate that right leg, so flex that right foot. Keeping the spine nice and strong. Nice hip opener here. Hi. And let that left leg slide back down. Drop that right foot over the left leg so the knee is up in the chest. We're going to hug that right knee with the opposite arm, that left arm. Inhale tall, exhale and gently twist. Looking all the way around, keeping the spine long, using the breath. Inhales lengthen, exhale takes you deeper. And release, come all the way around to the other side. Take a little bow. And we'll switch sides. All right. Set yourself up. Get that pelvic girdle up. Activate that extended leg. Hi. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, reach that heart forward. Again, if you need to keep your hands behind your back to keep that spine nice and long, just do that. Make it work for you. Make it work for you. It's all about you, my friends. It's all about you. He's whispering sweet nothings to me. Up. Let's bring that left ankle directly over, right behind, actually that right knee. Supporting yourself behind you. Bend the right leg. Keep that left foot nice and flexed. And then reach. Try to sit up as tall as you can here. Hey. I love you too. And drop that right leg down. We're going to bring that left knee up. Hug that left knee with the right arm. Inhale tall, exhale and twist. And release around, take a little bow. And onto your backs, please. Bring the knees into the chest. Just rock and roll a little bit here. Arms come out to the side, palms face down. Drop your knees to one side, eyes look to the opposite side. And switch sides. Come back to center for Shavasana, our final resting pose. So on your backs, feet are mat width apart, arms at your sides, palms face up, eyes closed. Let's get as comfortable as possible. We'll remain here for a few minutes, allowing the body to download everything that's done. So we bring it into the body on a cellular level. That's what this time does for us. Allow your breath to deepen. Gently begin to move and stretch the body. Come here. In preparation for sitting up, and when you're ready, you can bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. Bringing the palms together before the heart center. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my life contribute in some way to this happiness and freedom. Thank you all for joining me today. It means a lot. I like seeing my sailor buddies on here. And just to reiterate, if you haven't heard, if you missed it at the beginning of class, this will be the last morning I'm going live on Facebook for these classes. I'm switching everything over to Zoom for a couple of reasons. One, so we can have a deeper connection for sure, so I can see you as well. I've found myself in the last few weeks doing these lives. I keep looking at the screen and it's like I can't see who's on and I want to see your faces. And then also it will allow me to watch you as you practice. So I make sure you're being safe. I can watch your alignment, offer suggestions for a little bit more comfortable position and whatnot. And so there's that. So below you will find, hey Ski and Margaret, whoever is watching. And so on this page you will find a link to the online studio where you can register for your classes. So what you'll do is register for whatever class you want to take. And it is a $10 fee. It's, I think, $7 for the meditation, but $10 for each class. And if you pay as you go, which is all I have available right now, what I'm going to be doing within the next week or so, I'm working diligently at it, but I will be adding a monthly or yearly for unlimited classes, plus a full membership, which will also give you replays of all the classes, audio downloads, PDFs of things, my whole course, Yoga Foundations. So there's a whole bunch of goodies coming out with that. The first 50 people that sign up for a yearly membership get $100 off. So that's a big thing. And they get also $100 off the year for unlimited everything, and also a one-on-one coaching call with me. So it's gonna be fun. If anybody signs up for the $10 classes before the other is rolled out, I will refund you that money if you go ahead and sign up. And so so it's gonna be fun going on Zoom so I can see everybody practicing with me. And I just thank you so much for joining me, and I will